Hey, what's new and exciting? Kevin O'Shaughnessy here, and first of all, I'd like to apologize for not having any good guitar lesson videos up in the last couple of weeks. I've been working on a few really big projects that's kind of derailed my shooting schedule, but in the interest of continuing to share thoughts and insights with you that will help you grow and evolve and find your own voice on the guitar, I figured what I would do is I would shoot a few short videos over the next few weeks, basically talking about mindset and philosophy, things that are going to be really important that we don't really talk about a whole lot, but will help you in your playing. So I hope you're going to find this useful. So these are going to be completely off the cuff, just because in the interest of time, I want to get it out as quickly as I can. So they're off the cuff, so please forgive any mistakes that I might make, because I'm doing this all basically in one shot. So getting on to today's topic, a question that I get often is, how long does it take until I get good? This is a question I hear all the time from beginners who are just starting out on the instruments to intermediate players who want to learn specific techniques. They all want to know, excuse me, how long is it going to take? Well, I tell them without missing a beat, 12 years. Now go ahead and pick your jaw up off the floor. Why do I do that? Well, there's two reasons. Number one, I equate learning an instrument to learning a language. And the second reason is because I want to set up an expectation that it takes time to learn how to play an instrument, because it does. So let's get into the first one here, okay? Language, music as language. This is, I think, probably one of the best ways to think about learning language. When we're really, really young, when we're babies, we have a couple of different challenges to overcome, right? We hear sounds, but in order to mimic them, in order to repeat them, we have to be able to process what the sound is. Now, mind you, when parents are asking their kids, can you say mama, can you say dada? We don't have, as babies, we don't have any concept of what an M is or what a D is or how to put these things together. So we're trying to process the sound, and we're trying to figure out how to make all of this musculature work so that we can generate that sound and repeat what we hear, okay? And that's a hard process. Learning an instrument is very similar, okay? You've got to get your fingers to move along the fretboard before you can generate the sounds that you hear. But if you don't have any concept of, say, 16th note triplets or the sound of a major scale, then it's going to be hard, right? So we have to do a lot of these things at the same time, which makes it difficult. So just like learning how to talk. Also, you got to figure that from first grade to 12th grade, we're in English classes. We're learning alphabet, vocabulary, grammar, syntax. We're learning reading skills, decoding skills. We're learning how to interpret as well, okay? So clearly, there's a lot to build, and that takes a lot of time. There's a lot of skill that we're trying to build, and that takes a lot of time. Music is the same way. We have an alphabet in terms of notes and rhythmic durations, whole notes, half notes, and quarter notes and such. We have a vocabulary in terms of scales, chords, and rhythm patterns. We have a grammar, right, what we call music theory, how all of those elements are supposed to work together. And then we have syntax, which is how musicians actually make sounds with their instruments. How do they actually communicate their ideas to other people, okay? And all of that stuff takes time. And if you're smart, you're also going through music reading and interpretation as well. So there's a lot that goes into it. So I equate it to learning a language. As a matter of fact, I took 4 years of French when I was in high school. I was exposed to the alphabet, the vocabulary, and the grammar, but because I wasn't around a lot of French-speaking people other than the people in my class. I wasn't surrounded by native French speakers. I didn't really get any syntax, which is why there's always a difference between the book version and the actual version. It's that syntax, okay? And we've got to learn from a lot of different players. We've got to listen to a lot of different players. The next thing that I like to do is set up an expectation that it takes time to learn an instrument, okay? We're very goal-oriented in this country right now, and we also want those goals to happen very quickly. And in this case, I would say that setting the goal is the second priority to having a good process or learning a good process, specifically learning a process to learn. Okay, that's where guidance comes in. That's where having a good instructor comes into play. The process is more important than the goal. And think about it. You know, we got all of these programs. How many times have you seen, you know, get a superhero physique in 90 days with this exercise program, right? So how many times do we see that? Or your way, right away, and all of this kind of thing. We want it right now. But when it comes to the guitar, I mean, you don't want to master the guitar in 90 days. What are you going to learn for the rest of your life? You want something that's going to take a long time. And it's not like you're going to just suck for 12 years and then all of a sudden be great. You're going to have plenty of victories along the way. Things are going to get better. And the more you use it, the more you can use it. And that's really the thing. So why does it take so long to learn an instrument? Well, like I said, it's very much the same thing as learning a language. And we also have the wrong expectation. We think that it should be a short period of time, and it's not. So I hope you find this useful. Again, I'm sorry that I don't have the demonstration videos. They just take a little while, and under my current schedule of projects, I just don't quite have the time to put those together right now, but I will be in the future. But keep an eye out for all of these videos because I will be doing a lot more of them. I hope you find them useful, and I hope they help you find your voice on the instrument. I'll be back with more demonstration videos soon. And in the meantime, I'm Kevin O'Shaughnessy. I'll see you in the next video.